What's up guys, Steven here, and today I'll be showing you how I trade the bat pattern. But before we begin, I just want to say that these are the specific rules and ratios for the bat pattern that I've tested on the specific pairs and time frames that I trade. And I highly suggest that you take the time to test these and other ratios on your own portfolio before attempting to use this advanced pattern in your trading strategy. Alright, so the first thing that I look for when identifying a bat pattern is the impulse leg, or the X to A leg. And all that means is that we are looking for a strong move to the up or downside. And today we are drawing a bullish bat pattern, so I will be looking for a strong move to the upside. And the way we label this is our starting point is X, and that comes up to our A point up here. Now the next thing that I look for my bat pattern is a 50% retracement from X up to A. So I want to see the market come down to the 50% retracement and not break below the 618 retracement. So price action for me can stop anywhere between this 50% retracement and this 618 retracement. And if you look these rules up online, you will most likely see that price action can terminate anywhere between the 382 and the 618 retracement. But that's why it's so important that you test these ratios yourself for these advanced patterns, because unless you know the exact pairs, time frames, and the exact stop and target placement that the people writing these rules online are using, then you may have completely different results. So for the way I trade, my best ratio for the bat pattern is between the 50% retracement and 618 retracement. And this is going to create the B leg of our pattern. Next thing that I look for is a retracement up to at least the 382, from here to the 382, but cannot go above A. So I'm looking for a retracement from A down to B, from our A point down to our B point, of at least 382, but cannot go above our A point. So anywhere between the 382 and A is where price can terminate. Anywhere between this large area. And online, I think the most common thing that you will find rules wise is that price can terminate between the 382 and the 886. But as I said before, this is the way that works best in my trading plan. So that's the way I trade it. This is going to create the C point of our pattern. And the last thing we want is the D point. In order to get the D point, all we do is take a Fibonacci retracement from our X up to A, and the D point is going to come in at the 886 retracement. And this will complete our bat pattern. And if I was trading this after the C leg had been recreated and it was retracing back down, I would go ahead and put a limit order here at my D point of the pattern, and I would place stops below X, and targets would go at a 382 retracement from A down to D. All the way from A to D, my targets would be here at the 382 retracement. Now, as I said, this is just the way I trade the pattern. You can trade it as a potential reversal zone between X and A. So anywhere in between this area, you could sit around and wait for price action to give you a double bottom or break above, close above candle in this area, and then buy here with targets at previous structure B, or at this 382 retracement, or up here at the previous structure C, just to give you an idea of different ways to take targets and different ways to test this as you go through back testing these patterns. And now we'll go over to the charts and see if we can find an example of the bat pattern. Here on the pound Swiss, we have a very good example of a bat pattern, and I'll give you a second to see if you can spot it. See it yet? This pattern's coming in from this impulse leg here, X down to A up to B, 50% retracement, B to C, at least a 382, and CD completion up at the 886. We'll check all of our ratios here. X down to A. We definitely get a 50% retracement there. A to B. C point definitely comes below our 382 right here. C came down past the 382, so that's a valid C leg. And C to D did complete at the 886. And I actually took this trade live, so now I'll show you a clip of that from earlier today. Here we are on the pound Swiss, and this bat pattern is already completed. What we're waiting for now is a retest of this level. Since we came in late, we want to see a retest of this before we see targets hit right here at the 382 retracement. If we get that, then we will sell in anticipation for the targets to eventually be hit, and I will keep you updated on this trade if we get filled. Until then, I'm going to pause the video, and I'll be back if we complete this pattern. And as you can see, we were filled on the pound Swiss bat pattern, and we are now in the money about 8 pips. And I will keep you updated as this trade plays out. And as you can see, guys, less than 5 minutes into this trade, and we're coming down to retest these previous support levels. If we can get a break below, close below this, we'll be well on our way to hitting targets down here at the 382 retracement. And I'm going to go ahead and pause the tape again. This may take a little while to hit targets. And now we're breaking below these previous structure lows here and getting a little closer to targets. I'm just going to keep the video rolling to see if we can't get down here and clip this 382 and take some money off the table. And if I pause the video, I apologize, but this may take a little longer than I think, even though we are 2 or 3 pips away from hitting targets here. Alright guys, so here we had a break below, close below of this previous structure level, and with that being the case, and we also got within 2 pips or 3 pips of our targets, I'm going to go ahead and move stop losses down to break even, because I don't want to get that close to being able to put money in the bank and then watch this market turn around, come up, and stop me out for a loss. So stops are now moved to break even, and we're just waiting to see if we hit targets. And there we go, guys, hit targets on the bat pattern here. Bagged right at 14 pips on this trade, and this was a very good example of a bat pattern and how to trade it. Alright guys, so that's how I trade the bat pattern. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, then remember to hit the like button. And if you'd like to see more videos on advanced patterns and how to trade them, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'm also doing a video on a trend continuation strategy that I use that you will not want to miss. So if you'd like to be alerted by email when those lessons come out, then go ahead and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next time.